Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to yet another episode. My name is Mellow Cream. I got my boy Ash. ...
Yeah, man.
And then Costa, the creator.
He's in the building.
Yo.
Alright, so the episode is called Just Saying. And disclaimer before we even begin.
Mm-hmm.
We're not psychologists. We're not medical practitioners.
Nope.
We're not experts at whatever we talk about. However, we do have marriage certificates, so we are certified husbands.
All right.
Okay, what's today's topic?
Today's topic is, should you marry for logic or for love?
Hey.
That's a tough one.
No,
Not
Is it?
really.
not really. You I married out of love. Let's just get that out of the way, and then then we can discuss other things.
I married out of love.
Of course. Just it is again.
Yeah. However,
However,
I think, look, the way I view it is, panofana kuita fence. Fence ndo logic. Munhu wese anenge apinda mufence then taakuchijaja nelove manje.
oh, saka unombotanga wadzifudzira dzese mudanga like mufence yauta right, and then from there wozosifta manje wona kuti
yes.
But what's your criteria for sifting then? Your criteria for sifting. What's your sieve?
All right.
Let's start with you, Tavi.
Okay, my criteria for sifting from the advice that I was given by an older man that I never listened to, my big brother. Shout out to Grivo. He says, you are the vision bearer. So you know your vision, you know your plan for whatever family you're going to create in the future, right?
Yeah.
So who then fits into that? Who's going to be the support system? And what should they have? So that's where we miss it now, because instead of ticking those boxes, you then go for a fat ass, great titties, you know. And then once
Maybe
part of the
maybe criteria ndio yacho.
maybe that's also criteria. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that being criteria. Then once that person is in now, you're not trying to school them or to steer them. To say, you know what, me, I'm a basketball athlete. You know, I'm a basketball player. My dream is to be maybe the next LeBron James, or to own a basketball team, or to take Zimbabwe to the next level in terms of sports. So I want you to support me here. And she's like,
Because she got her own dreams.
exactly.
She's like, no, how about my dreams?
No. What about my dreams? Oh, what about this?
But I think ipapo mawan, because you can set those criteria and goals. And I remember there's a time when we're speaking with Tavi and you're saying, Guti, people will always act, you know, before marriage. Because people are acting. So you can say, I want to focus on. And someone can pretend, hey?
Yeah.
Someone can pretend. And Pamwe returning soldiers, you know. And they know how to...
I agree. But
they know how to say the right words, do the right things.
Yeah.
But then once that marriage certificate is signed, the person then flips.
Then
they go back to default.
They go back to default mode.
Yeah.
I don't think. Okay, I agree with you, but there's certain things you can tell. Like, for example, Jigga. You could tell that this is Beyonce and this is the type of person she is. This is her background. Her dad is this music mogul and she's got this dream and this dream. She's already working towards certain things that fit in with your entertainment vision.
Okay. Jigga, where you go?
You could have married anybody.
I know that, but Jigga on a back.
Yeah,
Was that
but that's logic.
You know what?
That's exactly what it is. That's what I mean. Logic.
I didn't know Jigga's OTG. Okay,
That's logic.
Beyonce got a
guys,
face
when
and
money is
everything, but
involved,
Logic.
a lot of things just Rabika.
what do you mean by that?
Like, people would change to make sure they get on the gravy train.
Yeah.
People will do whatever it takes, say whatever.
Yeah.
When I can literally be being bashed, but just to get on that gravy train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
But you know, okay, criteria attached to
He's got a point.
Yeah. Okay, Saka, question yedu ndeyekuti
No, did you give us your criteria?
yeah, you didn't finish though.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know my criteria?
Yeah, criteria yako kuti okay, kana sifter.
I'm already married.
No, I'm saying
theoretically.
Theoretically, yeah.
I'm huge on this empire building.
Right.
Entertainment empire. That's always been my dream since I was born.
Mm.
And so criteria is that somebody who's focused,
Mm.
who's great support system, great traditional values, and who has got, that growth spec where they always are learning. They read a lot. They're always learning. They love entertainment, and they're creative, and they're business minded. Because I'm not that great with finances and understanding how finance. So that's also important for me. Yeah, that's part of.
Okay. Because they say for you to have the best fit, it's not necessarily the person who's like you that you are supposed
100%,
to marry.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. You must have some converging dirty things that you both like.
Yeah.
But then you must also have a difference, like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
You fit into each other.
Because you can't be the same.
You can't get the same. I would never love to.
I think for me, I disagree with that partly because I feel like being married and the things we've gone through, I feel like the biggest thing is communication. Like open communication. Sometimes maybe not honest, but
open still.
Like open marriage? Oh
no. Open communication, because you know what? As a normal adult, yesterday I was watching an Instagram reel, and this lady said that, to all those people who say they can't be affectionate because they weren't taught by their family or they grew up in houses that,
I saw that
who taught you how to...
Then who taught you how to do doggy style?
Yes, who taught you how to do doggy style? Who taught you how to do...
Who taught you how to do 69?
Yeah, who taught you?
Nobody did, but you taught yourself.
You taught yourself. So for me, I feel like...
the porcupine.
Okay.
I don't know that.
So for me, I feel like if you're a mature adult, and you're able to communicate with guys, I feel like we would not go through so much like in terms of problems if we openly communicated. That look, it also doesn't mean tell the truth all the time.
No, that's yeah.
But being open is, communicate in a mature, respectful way, or both ends, and also communicating in a way where you're also understanding and being empathetic to the next person.
I hear you, Costa. I hear you 100%.
And Ipapo, for me, I feel like if you've got that, sometimes the fact that you probably like different things or you have very few things in common, I feel like you could get by.
You could get...
Because how do Indian marriages do it? How do Indian marriages do it?
No, the thing is, okay, you see what happens with cultures like that. Cultures like that, generally, they have a trench and a way of living anyway.
Yes.
But Tese.
All over now.
It's all over.
No,
it's out. Let me tell you what it is. It's not as consistent. Okay, let's put it this way. It's not as consistent because okay, Kudara maybe times out we're this way. Mkazi peke trousers, all that other stuff. It was pretty straightforward and very narrow. Yeah. And within that space, there was no time, there was no much wiggle room. So a person's ambitions and whatnot would just be following within a don't say I'm a doctor, cannot nurse, cannot lawyer, but now since it's opened up,
all in the name of communication.
But with Indians, they maintain their culture. I'm using Indians as one example. Maybe they could be more.
Yeah.
Because their culture is it evolves, but within a certain framework. Meaning, every Indian boy wants certain things, and every Indian girl wants certain things, and they converge more likely than not. You get what I mean? Manje susu manje as
we're marrying for love. Like you were saying, like in arranged marriages, I've never experienced it. But from what I see, you are so and so Monda, right? Or so and so the king's son, and or let's say your family is a financial whatever family, and you've got this plan, and then you want your son to marry into grocery making family or shoe making family, and this woman
to consolidate the
empire. So this girl has already been raised to understand that line of business.
Yeah.
So when you put these two people together,
it's a match.
It's a great match. So imagine, even from a young age, okay, I'm giving Jay-Z and Beyonce as an example because those are people that I know. You got this toddler Jay-Z who's already in this entertainment kind of like family.
But I'm not saying my drug dealer.
No, I'm giving an example. That's a crazy example, Or like when Michael Jackson married Lisa Mary, these are two royal
but
music families.
Do you remember? But do you see what happened? Yeah. Because arranged it works within a system. Yeah,
within a system. Yeah. But the logic made sense.
Yeah.
Even Michael Jackson's mind would change when he would hang around the Presleys. You'd see the world totally different, I think. Next thing is buying 50% of Sony.
Michael Jackson was a gangster. That's another thing we need to talk about. Yeah.
You know what? I think all of these things, they're theories. I feel like the compatibility and all of that. One of the things I've observed, just even when you look at away from marriage, any sort of partnership, whether it's business or, there has to be, I feel like communication is like the cornerstone.
100%.
And there has to be you have to have different characters. You have to have the one person who is humble and is willing in some situations to admit or maybe humble themselves in a certain situations, because you can always circle back and say, guys, remember that situation.
Pragmatism.
Yes, because I feel like as long as we are all go-getter types,
Neza. That's what I was saying before. There has to be a dovetail effect.
Isn't that
logic? Not everything.
But isn't that using logic now?
Yeah.
We are getting into partnership.
Yeah. When
this person is my dovetail side,
Okay. You must also have in your mind. There's let's not lie. We're all married men, and there's certain things about your mate that you don't like.
Yes.
There's certain things.
What? I love every part of my wife. What are you saying?
Okay. Every single part.
80-20.
No, but you see, you have to then weigh. Am I willing to ignore this part of this person to get along? Or is it a deal breaker?
Yeah.
So let me bring it back. For me, I think logic plays a very big part.
Yeah. So wait. Sorry to interject. Maybe we're talking from a male point of view.
Yeah, it's a male podcast. The females can do their own thing.
They can do their own. Like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
There are no equal rights here.
Okay, Mr. Tate. I hear you. No, okay.
So you wanted to say something.
You're saying.
So for me, look, I think logic is very important. I feel like, first of all, we have to get it out there to say there's no marrying for love and marrying for logic. There's nothing that is, I would say, better than the other. It's just what you choose and committing to that choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me personally, I feel like, so the other day, I think day before yesterday, I had like a full day of shoots. It was very hectic. Then I hear my phone. It was on silent. It's like vibrating. Like, what's going on? I check. So when you're in the middle of a shoot, you can't really stop to. So I then see people are cursing each other out. Hey, what? I'm like, what?
What's happening?
Then I open, then I see I've been added to a group around the violence, chete. And I kid you not, it was proper violence.
Oh my God.
I'm like,
is that a thing now?
What the
There's
heck?
a group like that on WhatsApp.
You. So in the end, I was like, you know what? It was very like, it's not my kind of.
Yeah.
And
it was very unsettling. So I exited the group.
Yeah.
So I'm saying this in that there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, for me, it's not my cup of tea.
Right.
But for someone else, it's like, bring it on.
Yeah.
You know, they enjoy that kind of thing. The fact that we both like different things doesn't make either of us right or wrong. You know. So for me, I feel like logic is my gateway, my fence. So anyone who I then would then consider as a potential love mate, they shouldn't have this like swearing a lot, being vulgar. You know, they should dress a certain way.
Exactly.
That's my taste. You know, and also being comfortable. Because, like, look, I'm sure there's some guys who would like their woman to wear like a long dress, to not cover my ankles, no pants, no. And then there's some people who are like, look, you need to wear, you know.
You need to be sexy.
I want my wife to look hot. I want people to look at me and feel like,
I want the next man to say shit.
Exactly. Yeah. And then someone else is like, and then someone else is like, look, I don't want people to look at, you know.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, I
so
get it.
For me, logic is the fence. No one should just be able to get close to your heart or my heart, you know. But vanengo apinda vacho, you know.
Yeah, they've gone over the threshold of what you consider.
I like
a
your
mate.
take. I actually like that.
Yeah. So inini ndakangonzi.
Yeah, you didn't give us your answer.
Yeah, inini.
And what's your criteria?
My criteria.
He's told us his.
Okay, my criteria is.
In fact, is it logical or?
I think
love
it's more logical.
Okay.
It's more logical because it's a mix of both, but I think
are you looking at in retrospect or
what are we talking about here? In case I get into trouble.
Okay. If you're to tell the 20-year-old you
what I need, it's the same criteria. I still have it. It's the same one. It's funny enough, I actually wrote it down when we were still, you know.
Yeah, I remember that wall. I wish you had taken a picture, man.
You know what I'm saying? It could have been something else. So my criteria, basically, the first thing that I got when I was growing up, my grandma said this to me, and I didn't know what that meant then, but I now know what it means now. Is that Mzukuru, usatunzire broiler.
All right.
And then I was like,
for non-speaking fans, what does that mean?
Don't bring home a broiler. Broiler. You know what that means?
No, what does that mean?
It means your partner shouldn't be just waiting for you to just chow. As in, they're not like, okay, feed me now. Feed me at night. Feed me in the morning.
You need a road runner.
Yeah. There you go. A woman who
but
would
even
contribute.
that also. Yeah. It's a preference. You find some people they don't want their wife
exactly.
to
I
work.
get. Some people don't 100%. Even want them to be in any kind of environment.
In any kind of environment,
you know, male, anything, whatever. I get that, but in any because of the way
their own money.
Yeah. But because of the way we grew up, it was more to say it's to do with find a person who can help you and helps you in the way you want to be helped.
I love that.
Yeah. That's the advice she gave me, and I just took it to heart as well. So that would mean, this person has to have they have to have an opinion, have an opinion, we'll discuss it, but I'm gonna make the decision.
Yeah.
Right. Secondly,
so she builds you.
Yeah, she builds you. She's there for. She's a builder. She's a motivator.
Yeah.
She's also she can push me to a higher level a little bit.
Yeah.
They have to light a fire.
I can see your wife in that.
They have to. I like. This is just my own personal preference. I like a woman with some intellect who can make me see things a different way. If you're a yes woman, that's not for me.
Not to at that point, and they're like, anti-woman and on the challenger.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
I know.
Like, what?
Aiwa,
you want to challenge me?
Challenge. The challenge. Aiwa, obviously, and for the provisor in that is respect. If you're going to have an argument, let's not do it in front of people. If you have a difference of opinion, let's talk about it. But we never, ever, ever air our shit out in public.
Okay.
That's one. Because there's some women like that. My streets,
I dodged the bullets.
Bickering.
One of my exes was like that. I ain't getting married to this one.
Bickering. Another thing, I hate bickering.
Yeah.
I hate... Oh my God. I hate it with a passion. And rumor and so forth. I hate that.
You can't avoid those.
Especially now with social media. You can.
So my criteria is pretty simple. That's it. Respectful. Have your own mind, and don't just wait for me to feed you. Have your own mind and be weirdly. Have your own things. I'm not here to entertain you.
All right. Okay. Let's say you've got this whole boxes checked. This whole list of boxes checked, right? And it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But the person, you don't find the person attractive.
Oh, that's another one now.
Let's say attractiveness was not on your logic list.
That's a tricky one.
But you know what? The other thing is this. You also have to look at long term. Attractiveness, guys, has to be there. I know some people might say, it's shallow, but you're not considering my times.
I think it's shallow, man.
Let me tell you this. Attractiveness will
help. Should be like 60 and old sagging.
Guys,
nobody's... It's gonna be.
But you can be.
You don't want kunyara,
pretty forever.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna be pretty forever. But this person. Oh, another thing. This person has to be take care of themselves, man. I cannot have you shabby as fuck. Nah, let's. Yeah.
Fans no, but me I must quit this rabo.
I come out looking presentable. Why can't you?
Okay. Do you think you can fall in love with somebody after the fact? Like, you meet somebody and they fit into the other criteria, and you're not in love with that person. Then after a while,
most definitely.
Yeah.
Funny.
I remember during COVID, people were now saying, "Good."
I
think I love my wife.
It was actually not bad. Yeah, because communication actually, which goes back to Costa's point.
Yeah.
Regardless, if you're going in it for the right reasons, even the person you're marrying as well, they must also know why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe communicate.
Communicate. Yeah.
No, listen, this is what we're doing, and I love you because of A, B, C, D. Well, if you categorically state these things, the person will then say, "Oh, okay."
And I think it's Okororine Simba. Like repeat it, because sometimes people forget.
They forget. That's the reason why
it's important to keep repeating.
But then also that brings another thing, because people evolve.
Yes, 20-year-old me is not 40-year-old me.
You see. So what do you do then? You have your logic.
And women change every 2 years.
Is that fact?
No.
No, it could be. We're saying it, so that's it.
You can quote the podcast.
You can quote the podcast. They change
there, you can quote the podcast.
But it's but it's this also actually. People change. And sometimes you can change for the better.
Yeah. Or you could change for the worse.
But look, in conclusion, for me, I would say, for any man, make sure you're attracted to this person.
At some level.
Not.
I say physically only. Also.
If it's possible, make sure you're also physically attracted. Because you know what? They like having extra marital affairs, etc. Sometimes it's people wondering. I wonder what
that
tastes like.
Yes.
You know. But no, it's okay. But if you know, you've got she's got, say you like the curves and all of that, and she has that, there's no wondering. And say you like the slim ones, are flat, small ass, what small chest, whatever. That's what you.
That's you.
That's you. You know. I feel like that. Don't ignore that. I think don't over spiritualize.
Yeah.
You know, they have moyo wakanaka. Guys,
but moyo wakanaka.
You only we don't. I think gutene kuchika chikaf chet.
Man shall not live by bread alone.
Yes, your eyes also need to be satisfied.
Yeah, you need to kuti uchibuda mnigirina munhu achibuda mushayo ngoti shit.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. That reminds me. I saw this. Did you check that pastor? I don't remember which church he's from. There was a thing he was talking about. This exact same thing where it's like men are like that. And the anzona murume. Anoti uyu mtete. Aitire mtete orova. Anzona uyu ane my hips. Aitire my hips orova. Uyu akareba are berei.
You're soaking facts though. Hey, that's a title for another podcast. I think we need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
So, you want to take us away, Kosi?
Yeah, in conclusion, just make sure you don't silo yourself. Make sure you get a very broad spectrum of, you don't ignore your needs.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Even if they may seem unholy, I feel like as long as you're not disturbing someone's life or killing someone, I think don't ignore the little stuff.
Right. Alrighty. You're right there. You made a point there, Costa.
So remember to
like, share, subscribe, comment. We'd love to hear you in our comment section, and we will reply.
Yeah. And remember,
yeah.
you just say.